Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video I would like to test the Canon 90D and the Canon M50 in low light conditions. Let's say also very low light conditions. Well, for what concerns the M50, I already tested the 10 to 18 millimeters in one of my previous videos. You can take a look at this one here. For the 90D, I'm going to use the 10 to 18 millimeters, the 24 millimeters, the pancake lens, and the 50 millimeters. For the M50, I'm going to use the kit lens, the 15 to 45 millimeters, and with the adapter, the pancake lens, and the 50 millimeters, the Nifty 50. For what concerns the Nifty 50, on the Canon M50, I'm also going to try the Viltrox Speed Booster. Alright, so I'm going to finish this coffee later, and I just need to wear my hat. And ready, let's go. Okay, so we're outside. It's not completely dark yet, and what I usually do when I have to test a camera or a lens at night, I look for a nice place with some light, because it doesn't have to be a no light test, but a low light test, not a no light test. I think this might be a cool spot. Right now it's still sunsetting. There's some light, but it's already low light. So now my settings are with the 10 to 18 millimeters, f4.5, ISO 1000. Let's see, there's time. Let's find a spot where I can also set my tripod. I guess like right in the middle of the bridge. That's what I usually do when I take time lapses, and yeah, I can do that because I have to wait. I mean, I'm gonna have to wait. It's not dark yet. I mean, not completely. While I shoot the time lapse, well, you can see this is the M50 now shooting with the kit lens open all the way to 15 millimeters. I'm sorry I didn't put the external microphone, so probably the audio is crap, but at least you can see what the kit lens of the M50 can do like in low light conditions. Canon M50, shutter speed 150s, kit lens 15 to 45 millimeters, 3.5, ISO 1600. So now you're watching the Canon 90D with the 10 to 18 millimeters on, shutter speed 150s, f4.5, ISO 3200. move because I realized that the audio was really bad because of the noise from the cars passing by. And here we can have a real low light test because there's no light, nothing. I mean, they're just street lights and that's it. And this is the Canon M50 with the kit lens, 15 to 45 millimeters at 15 millimeters, shutter speed 150s, 24 frames per second, and this lens is set at f3.5, so it has a slight advantage compared to the 10 to 18 millimeters that starts at 4.5. ISO 3200, and this is what it looks like at night in the street with just street lights. I've already said that. Yeah. Now you're watching the 10 to 18 millimeters f4.5 at 10 millimeters, ISO 3200. This is what it looks like if you want to vlog with it at night. Now you're watching the Canon M50 with the 24 millimeters, the pancake lens. Of course, I have to use the adapter. I use a Viltrox, not the speed booster. It won't work on this lens because it's a EFS lens that can't be used with the speed booster. I mean, you could, but in order to do that, you should hack your lens, and as I always say, potentially break it. So, my advice, don't do it. And by the way, this is what it looks like, f2.8, ISO 3200, Canon M50. This is the Canon 90D with the 24mm lens, the pancake lens. Oh, kind of hungry, talking about pancakes. And you can see f2.8, shutter speed 150, ISO 3200, just like on the M50. And this is what you get with the 90D and the pancake lens. So, shutter speed 150s, 1.8, ISO 1600. What you're seeing now is with the speed booster, because the 50 millimeters, the Nifty 50 is an EF lens, full frame. So you can put the speed booster on it, so the crop is not 1.6 anymore, but it's the 1.6 multiplied 0.71, and this is the result. So you can see much more, a little bit more. The aperture goes down to 1.2. Therefore, I was able to set the ISO at 640. This is the Nifty 50 on the Canon 90D. But by the way, here it is. Shutter speed 150, aperture 1.8, I don't have a speed booster for the 90D, so it stays maximum aperture 1.8, f1.8, ISO 1600, and this is what you get. I think that's it for now. Just going home and we finished talking like upstairs. In the meantime, I wanted to say I found a couple of subscribers. Actually, they're here. Say hi.
Hey.
And here.
Hello.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. Right. We finished talking in a second. Okay, back to my coffee. All right, well, first of all, as I said in the very beginning, before running the test, I didn't use lenses price tagged at, am I gonna pay the rent next month? No, absolutely. They're very cheap, or relatively cheap. Like if we talk about the Nifty 50, this one, it's like, I believe, $100 or something new. And the 24mm EFS 2.8, you can find it for around like 120, 150. Just the 10 to 18mm, I believe it's like $250/euros, more or less. The kit lens comes with generally comes with the camera. So it's a very budget-friendly setup. However, you have to judge the results. I mean, you have seen a footage shot with those lenses at night. Of course, I knew the 10 to 18mm for the 90D and the kit lens, like 15 to 45mm of the M50, would have sucked. It's all right. We already knew from the beginning. But sometimes it happens that we don't have anything else, so we have to make things do. And I believe that when I started shooting, like in the beginning on the bridge during the time lapse with the M50, and immediately after with the 90D with the 10 to 18mm and the 15 to 45mm, it looked kind of good. I mean, it wasn't bad at all for, you know, low light. And yeah, there were lights on the bridge, but it was night. I mean, it wasn't daytime, so I was shooting at night and I had that result on the bridge. Unfortunately, I had to move somewhere else because of the noise. You know, the audio was so bad there, and the lights I found, the street lights, were not the best. So I can honestly say that these cameras and lenses in this video have been tested in the worst case scenario, like with the worst kind of light you could ever find at night, because I wasn't in downtown Madrid where the lights might be stronger, but on a strip, like kind of like park where I go jogging with very dim lights. They were very dim, orangey like lights. You have seen these lenses in the worst possible conditions, but you know, it was also to show you what you can get even in the worst case scenario. Then if you have just a little bit more light, a little bit like this, it's gonna get only better. So even though I believe the results you can see in this video might not look like professional or extremely great, well, it's not bad. Also considering the price of these lenses. Let me know what you think about it. The Nifty 50 is a wonderful lens, and if you shoot at night with the 90D, you're gonna get awesome results if you have some decent light. And also on the M50, it's good anyway, because on the M50 you have the possibility to put the speed booster. So it becomes, instead of a 1.8, it becomes 1.2. letting so much more light in. So this is a great lens. No brainer. However, as I always said, it's not good for filming yourself with it on a tripod or on a selfie stick or whatever you call it, on a selfie mode, because it's too tight. The 24mm is still tight, but not as much as the 50mm. What can I say to wrap it up? I believe it's a good enough setup for vlogging, for YouTube videos, and for people who don't want or can't spend much money on lenses. And I hope this video helped you to make a decision whether to buy or not one of these cameras or to buy or not one of these lenses. But again, for me, the Nifty 50 is a no-brainer. Second best, the 24mm, the pancake lens, the 10 to 18mm, it's not really good in low light, but it's good in all other situations. But again, if that's what you have, if you find some decent lights at night for YouTube videos and daily vlogs or something like that, it's not bad at all. Now, you need to smash the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video.